Hello there, it's Tuesday the 7th of June 2016. A very good morning to you and welcome to today's United Kingdom talk. Now these are good. Look, I've just put up these advanced fly trap window stickers. Got one here to show you, of course. Here's one we prepared earlier. No, what you do, you know, because in summer, of course, I bet you leave your windows open. Not while you're out. Never a good idea to leave windows open, even if you're, second or third floor in a block of flats or apartments. Not a good idea to leave windows open when you're out, okay? But when you're in, I'm sure you leave your windows open. And if you're not in, Africa or one of those countries that have those fly screens, little mesh things, then you will occasionally get flies come into the house. They are the most disgusting things ever, flies. Not too dangerous unless they land on your feet, spit on it and start stamping all over it and then eating it up. Not a good idea to have flies. So I've got these now. And I put one up last week. And I've had them before and they're very good. So you unpeel this, right? Unpeel that. And that bit there is very, very sticky. Okay? Very sticky. Do not put the very, very sticky bit on the window. You'll never get it off again. I'm telling you, don't make this mistake. I know there are clear instructions. It says here, important, peel this side first. So what you do, so I got that the wrong way round already. So I've already told you a lie. Not that it's another confession I'll have to make this week. Birthday's coming up. If it's your birthday, that's coming up soon. So you unpeel this side first, which is, little bit sticky. That goes on the window, okay? And then you would put that sort of, sort of somewhere around the middle, perhaps to the side slightly. And then you unpeel the other side, which is very, very sticky, okay? So then you've got that on the window, and the whole of that is very sticky. And what happens is that flies, and I'm sure you've noticed it before, flies and evil things like wasps, and there was a great big fat wasp in my house. I think it was Sunday morning, just before I went to church. I saw this great big fat wasp it was going up and down. Because they're stupid. Insects are not very intelligent creatures. They don't realise it's a window. They think if they keep banging their heads against it, like that, if they keep banging their heads against the window, eventually they'll be able to get through. Hello? No, that fly ain't getting out. It's stuck there. Eventually, they come away from the window and start flying around other areas of the house, but they always seem to end up at a window somewhere. Well, if it just brushes past this when it's banging its head, it then gets stuck on it, and that's it. It never gets off again. So that's quite a good thing to have. Now, they're quite easy to change because obviously the side that you've stuck against the window isn't that sticky. So you simply grab it at the corner. For those of you that are mega clean, you may want to wear a rubber glove while you're doing that, eh? What's the brand of rubber gloves that everyone has? Marigold. You may want. This program is sponsored this morning by Marigold rubber gloves. Fun for all the family. Yes, indeed. Put on your Marigold and remove it like that. But you don't actually touch the flies if you're careful enough. You can just use a bit of tissue or something like that. Now, when you change it, it's entirely up to you. You might get one fly there. And if you're one of those people that's cleaning away all day, clean. If you're one of those people, you may get one fly and then you may decide, right, time to change that now. So you just change it. Or if, like me, you get sort of some sort of morbid pleasure out of seeing, 10 flies and a couple of wasps stuck there. And you think, oh, yes, yeah, you've got your money's worth now. How many could we get on? 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 50. I reckon you could get about 50 flies on there. 50 flies or 5 great big fat wasps. Oh, aren't they disgusting wasps? I hate them. I reckon you could get about 50 flies on there. So it's up to you when you change it. But of course, the more things, it'll be difficult. And what do you do with them afterwards? Well, you throw them away, dear. Unless, of course, you're in one of those countries that eat insects. I think China's one of them, where they dip them in chocolate and then eat them. They bloody well do. They do. There are countries you can buy scorpions on sticks. I've seen programs with children eating roasted or toasted tarantula spiders. Oh no, dear, no, no, no. So if you decide, perhaps you could put the whole thing in the oven, I would guess, on the 200 degrees centigrade. I don't know, 20 minutes, bring them out, dip them in chocolate and eat them. Why waste? Why waste? Just thought I'd share that little thing with you today, okay? Fly things. Last night, a wonderful night last night at the karaoke. All the karaokes now have become very busy again. We seem to have that quiet period as we always do after Easter, and then people say, oh, this isn't really working anymore. What you've got to do is stick with it. There's too many of these bloody young managers now that come out of university and they've got a reasonably good night, and then suddenly it dips for a couple of weeks. Oh no, we've got to change it. No, they haven't got a blooming clue how to run it. And quite honestly, and I've said this before, I don't know. I'm not working with anyone at the moment, okay, who is like this, but I have done in the past, where they sit in the office most of the time checking figures. They are obsessed with monies every day. Keep going over to the till, take another reading. Oh, we haven't taken too much there. Go up there and count count this and count that and count this and count that. No, and they look as miserable as sin. How on earth do you get to become a manager working in a bar or a club and be as miserable as sin? How does that happen? Please tell me how on earth that happens. And I don't care how intelligent you are. You've got to have some people skills. Otherwise, people simply hate you. Some of them are on power trips as well. Oh, they're so important. Oh, I'm the manager. Some of them are like that. And I have worked for people like this before. Not with, for. All the people I work at the moment, I work with them. I work with some wonderful, it's funny over the years, you meet people, some you really miss, some you're glad to see the bloody back of, I'll tell you that now. But a lot of them, not a lot of them, a lot of them are really lovely people. All the ones I work with at the moment, fantastic. They employ me and others and generally let them get on with the job, unless they do something wrong and then they have to be told off. That's fair enough. But some are as miserable as sin. Oh, God, what, you want the list? Oh, no. Oh, no. Horses wouldn't drag it from my mouth. Maybe one or two of them were watching at the moment. Past managers. Some who were fantastic and some who were right arseholes. And some who made big mistakes. Big mistakes. Look at the couple of times where people have cancelled a big night. I've done a couple of karaoke nights over the years, and generally, and I've said this before, when something's about to finish. It's dropped off for a while, and you think, no, this isn't going to pull back up again. But then there are busy nights that are cancelled simply because the manager doesn't like karaoke. Or the area manager. This happened at a place called in London, the city of Quebec. About a year ago, new area manager came in, decided she didn't like karaoke. It was a busy night, and it was a Monday night. Do you know how many pubs are dead with no one in them at all on a Monday night? We had good custom on a Monday, and she cancelled. Don't like karaoke. Happened at Belushi's in London Bridge about two and a half years ago. Oh, I'm the new manager. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate what you've done for the last 5 years, but we don't want karaoke anymore. Busy nights. How stupid can you be? How really stupid can you be? And you're not a good manager, are you? You've got to do things that bring people in that even you may not like. That's the way it is. I've worked in venues that I haven't particularly taken to just to get the wages in. Don't have to do it anymore. I've worked all these years. I'm very, very, very lucky that I can now pick and choose. But I've worked in venues that I didn't really like. I've done what they've asked me to do and collected the money at the end of the night. That's how it is. Anyway, that's onto the karaoke. But last night, fantastically good. All the nights have picked up, seriously picked up at the moment, which is really, really quite pleasing, really. And last night in particular, very, very busy towards the end. It was at one point I couldn't cope with all the little bits of paper and that coming in. And we saw some people last night that attend some of the other karaoke nights, which is really, really nice. That came along to Central Station for the first time, and they had a good time as well. It was also one of the boys' birthday last night, Robert, and he decided to do a couple of new songs, but he wasn't sure of them. But it didn't matter. Then he did one of his star songs, which was indeed called by the same name of Stars from Les Miserables, which we could have dedicated to a lot of the past managers I've worked for, because a lot of them are miserable managers. Stars, la da 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 da. So that was really, really nice last night. And we've got a guy who runs a bar in New York in Manhattan, New York, called the Lincoln Sports Bar Columbus Circle. And our karaoke night was being played on the big screen in a bar in Manhattan. How fantastic is that? Tim? And I hope you enjoyed all our characters as well. We've got some right characters in there. Some wonderful, wonderful people every Monday come along there. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm meeting Tom Harris this afternoon. Now, Tom used to be a regular correspondent of the show. I think he dips in and out now, but he's over from the USA, and he has walked the length and breadth of the country in order to raise some money for charity. So I'm meeting him today. I'll take the little camera with me as well, and see if we can get a little chat with Tom. On yesterday's show, you remember I said it might be, I had this idea of requesting a song. Those of you watching the karaoke online could request a song perhaps, and I'll read it out and get one of the people to do it who are in there. Completely forgot about that. Sorry about that, boys and girls. I'll try and remember that the next time we do it. Maybe tonight, I don't know. Terrible traffic, I have to say, last night. On the way in. It was about an hour and 45 minutes before I got home. Hello to Shania and Callum, who I'm afraid I was very, very disappointed yesterday. Callum done Shania this dinner. Here it is. Quite a normal looking dinner. There you are. Fills the plate. Looks all right from sort of first appearances, doesn't it? Looks actually quite nice on that plate. Well done, Callum. But in fact, for those of you more observant, you will notice that dinner is completely white. It is a completely white dinner. And therefore, I'm sorry, Shania and Callum, that I'm going to have to say that is a racist dinner. You know, for those who are offended, and there's probably a few watching this programme at the moment, I'm sorry, for those who are often offended, they will have noticed that that is a racist dinner because it's all white. And we're not allowed to do that anymore here in the United Kingdom, or indeed in most parts of the world. You've got to be politically correct. And in future, Callum, I'm going to have to ask you to put some different colours on that plate. It is as simple as putting vegetables or some sort of sauce on there, or gravy or anything like that. All meals in the UK, and I'm sure the government are going to come out with this at some point or other, must include a multitude of colours and different faiths. Okay, my darling? So please, no more racist meals, Callum. Very, 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 very disappointed with you indeed. I was watching Sunday's Click. Do you watch that on BBC News 24? I don't think it's called that now, is it? The BBC News Channel. BBC News Channel Click. And they were saying, you remember that Galactic, Virgin Galactic spaceship that blew up about 18 months ago or something like that? They built a new one. They've built a new one. And they were doing this interview on there. And they said, did you find out what went wrong with the other one? And they said, yes, we know. Oh, I wonder what that was. That's my clock chiming for 10 o'clock. Yes, in the morning, which is not 10 o'clock where you are. If you think it's 10 o'clock now, then you're probably late for something, so be warned. Yes, they've built another Virgin Galactic spaceship, boys and girls. And on the interview, he said, do you know what happened to the other one? He said, yes, we investigated it thoroughly for a period of time. And I think it was 7 months later, we pulled everything together and we found out exactly why that spaceship blew up. I'm sure it had people on it as well, which is, of course, always very sad. But they found out exactly what went wrong, and they've got another spaceship now, and they're going to be testing that soon. And really, I'm glad that they didn't pull out of the whole create a spaceship type thing. A lot of the things we've got now, people have died trying to get something right. I'm sure when you go on an aircraft, you know, a Boeing, you know, all these people that have been in accidents and all that, right? If a plane crashes, that's not the end of it. They find out, meticulously go through it and find out what went wrong. So for the next people, and you see, if someone had come along and said, well, you can't build another spaceship or something like that, that would be stupid. That would be stupid, because we can't move forward, can we? You know, so I'm glad they carried on doing that in a way. Very, very sorry the other people died, of course, but we must remember them as well, that at some point, you know, we will become a space travelling species. I would love to still be here when that starts happening. Whether it will, I do not know. Maybe it'll start happening tomorrow, you know. Or aliens can come down and take us to wherever we want to go. But I am very pleased that they carried on doing it. And hopefully the new craft will be better than the other one. The bloke on there was talking about being able to fly to Australia in 2 hours. How fantastic is that? Because this spaceship goes up and it leaves the Earth and travels, I think, over it and then comes back down the other way. Well, of course, once you get out of the Earth's atmosphere, there's no resistance, is there? It's just a vacuum. A vacuum. Woo, 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 like a hoover. Woo, woo. I do like a good old noisy vacuum cleaner, doesn't it? Reminds me of when I'm a child. Oh, Mum was always cleaning. Mum was another cleaner. And I would be woken up in the morning by the wonderful sound of the vacuum cleaner going up and down the stairs on our masonette in Roehampton, Southwest 15 in London. Yeah, that was nice. So Australia in 2 hours, I mean, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? You know, I wish I could just push a button sometimes and arrive at people's houses, like my sister's house. You know, I could push a button, like, and I could choose where to appear. Like, you know, I push a button and suddenly I'll appear in front of her in the toilet. Or the bath. Ah, can you imagine her face? So that's that. Click. Righto, how are we doing for time? Oh, we've got another few minutes left, haven't we? Now, what else was I going to read you? Oh, yes. A little thing, a couple of messages on yesterday's programme. Rory says, hi, Chris, you can have a ukulele banjo-lele, or a banjo. Maybe someone could sing She Loves You at the karaoke I watched tonight. My glasses have arms. Oh, yes, I was saying, do you have glasses without arms? Because these glasses, every time I try and put them on, I sort of poke my eye out for some reason. And Rory says, the nearest things to glasses without arms is probably a monocle. I don't know if that would really work for me, you know, having one of those things in your eyes like that. I'd be like Patrick, what was his name? You know, that bloke, Patrick Moore. The fantastic astronomer, not astrologist, astronomer. Very, very clever person. We lost him a few years ago. Wendy says, what a wonderful story about Ray. Love that. Thank you for sharing, Johnny. Chris, I nearly choked on my tea laughing when you said you rehearsed. Oh, yes, dear. You don't think Barry Manilow just turns up and starts singing? It's all rehearsed. This programme was rehearsed for hours before it goes on. I haven't been to bed yet. This programme is rehearsed for hours before I start. Now, where are we? Kiki D says, I love the idea of online interaction with the karaoke. Sounds fun. You could also have a lucky dip where a singer doesn't know what song they're going to get until they're up and then gets a surprise. Oh, I don't know if I'd like that or not. I could try. Thank you very much. Now, I'm sure I had an email here from Ray Reynolds. Where did that go? Maybe it wasn't an email. Did he put a message somewhere? Did I print anything off? I'm sure I had something from Ray here, and I can't find it again. Oh, Ray. Now, the thing is, now Ray watches these programs. Ray, I have to say, I've sent you a few messages. Oh, hang on. Is that it? No, that's not it. Ray. Ray loved the shirt yesterday. No, there was a longer message from Ray somewhere. I don't know where that's gone. It wasn't an email, was it? Did it get removed? I don't know. Or maybe he sent me... No. Ray, I've sent you a few messages, and I don't think you're getting messages. I've sent you Facebook messages over the last few months, actually, and emails as well, and you never reply. So are you getting these? I'm not sure if you're getting them or not, sir. Please let me know. Now, where did you put that message, Ray? Chronological. What does that mean? Top comments, chronological... do you know, I can't find this. I'm sure Ray left a message. Where is it now? Right, move that down there. Is it on that one? Maybe it's on one of the other shows, is it? Nope, not that one. I'll go back one more, and if it's not there, we'll have to leave it. I'm sure Ray put a message on. I thought I must read that out. Usually I print them off as soon as I see them. No, it's not there. And it's not being printed off, is it? No, Nikki, that was something to read out there. No, it's not here. Oh, well, sorry, Ray, if you've sent something. I don't know where that's gone, my friend. Perhaps you'll send it again, and then we'll do it, okay? Now, talking about doing things, it's birthday time at the end of today's show. Yes, indeed, birthday time. Happy birthday tonight to Tommy Flynn. Hello, Tommy. Happy birthday. Tommy I met in a place called the Penny Farthing, where I used to work in Hammersmith. That must be coming on 20 years, possibly more than that ago. So happy birthday today to Tommy. Happy birthday to Kirt. Happy birthday to Charlotte. Now, Charlotte, she used to go, I think it's Charlotte, who used to go to the poor school, which was an acting, wasn't for poor people, but it used to be, it is an acting school in King's Cross. And I remember she used to come to the Golden Line in King's Cross. There used to be a Golden Line in King's Cross for my karaoke nights. Happy birthday, Charlotte. Happy birthday to Danny. Danny Williams. All right, Danny. Happy birthday, sir. Old black cat. When I say old, I don't mean they're necessarily old, although some of them are. Used to be a black cat customer. Happy birthday, Danny. Happy birthday to Maz Delaney. She used to come to Bingo, which was my version of Bingo, that again we used to do at the Golden Line in King's Cross. That pub's no longer there. Happy birthday to Gerald Frank Patterson. He used to be a lighting control jockey. He used to work all the buttons in the Two Brewers, which is a venue in Clapham. He used to push the buttons and make the lights flash nicely. Happy birthday to Mikey White. Mikey White I used to work with in a bar in Ealing. He was a little barman there. I'm not quite sure what you're doing now, Mikey. But I'm sure you're having a wonderful time. Whatever it is, happy birthday, Mikey. Let us sing to all these hundreds of people today. Hundreds, dear, hundreds. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tommy, Kirt, Charlotte, Danny, Maz, Gerald, Gwen, and Mikey. Oh, Gwen, by the way, is no longer with us, but she was a wonderful lady that used to come round to all my karaoke nights. We lost her about 3 years ago now, so happy birthday to Gwen as well. Happy birthday to you. All right? Hope you all have a wonderful day, boys and girls, on your birthdays. And have a lovely Tuesday tonight. Tuesday night, I'll be hosting karaoke at the Golden Lion in Royal College Street in Camden Town. That's from 9 p.m. till 12 midnight. Okay, once again, karaoke tonight at the Golden Lion in Royal College Street, Camden Town from 9 o'clock and every Tuesday. Have a nice day.